We're at the Halifax Regionals. We have Angus Miller and Josh Kirby with their, what do you guys play today? Mathmech? And you guys got each?
I got second, you got fifth.
We were both X1.
Yeah. I lost in the last round. You lost some.
I lost round 1 to tier,
Yeah.
1 out from there.
Yeah.
There we go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to East Coast Games. It's on eBay. It's the 6th store and a really cool team.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right.
Shout out to Ali too. She's the goat. So.
True. Ali is pretty goated.
What about Moyi?
Moyi's goated.
No circular though.
So for Mathmech, we just play circular. This is the new one from Power of the Elements. It's really, really good. It's Magician Souls, but better, honestly. It searches you. It fixes all the problems that Mathmech had before. 3 Sigma. He combos with circular, so you kind of want to have copies to coincide with each other. And then also, it could just be an extender in hand with like almost any other card, where like the other cards need another monster on board to be able to attack. 3 Diameter. The Diameter is an extender on top of when you use for XYZ summon. He creates an Omni Negate on the XYZ. So yeah.
It's good to play 3 of him too. Like he gets, a lot of times people will just let you search the super factorial off the circular and then just negate this. So hard drawing this just gives you a way to play through that a lot better and just punish people for that. So
I had one game where I opened this with circular and Sigma, and I summoned this before I used the Sigma effect. So Chain Link Bomb with circular to chain block it and 2 Diameter. And then I overlaid Diameter into XYZ to get a search for the extender to play around Imperm. Then we just played 2 Subtraction and 2 Addition. They're just extenders. You don't really want to see them, but that's why we didn't play 3, because they're just searchable and they can extend if we get hand trapped. 3 more circular. 3 more circular.
yeah.
2 Desires for consistent. It's Pot of Greed. We play.
Just hopefully draw more circulars.
Yeah. 2 Super Factorial. We're playing Desires, so unfortunately we have to play 2.
Plus turn 1, like a lot of times if you grind against like a tier deck or something like that, the second one comes up. It matters.
Also, Bell negates activation, so if this gets negated on activation, you can activate another one.
Like that.
Then we just play a whole bunch of hand traps. We played 16 of them.
So 3 Valor, 3 Imperm, 3 Gamma, 3 Ash, 3 Nib, 1 Bell, and 1 Driver. We had 1 slot left. This was like an equation and an induction, but we just decided that Mystic Mind doesn't exist, and the players playing it are bad anyways. And then equation is similar to like in Sword Soul. You play Summit. You don't need to play Summit. It's just a monster born. You just rather draw a card that can interact with your opponent if you go second.
Getting rid of the equation too and being able to fit 1 more card in our main deck just let us have more cards that are flexible in the side deck too.
And
so
other side patterns.
The equation rarely comes up, man. It's just like, there's no, you don't need to play that card.
I would play induction over equation, but I don't think we'd play either of them.
This just gives you more odds to draw like multiple hand traps going second into Sprite and Tier, and that's the only way you're going to win.
And 1 Bell also because going first, it can defend your Super Factorial from DD Crow called by it.
Which is super important.
2 Albert, whatever. It searches your monster or your trap if your circular gets hit by a hand trap. 2 Laplacian. A lot of builds are playing 1. You can make this just going second, and it just like deals with a lot of cards that Mathmech actually struggles to deal with. Also, having another thing to have like 3 monsters on board, they like never ever try to interrupt that. So you can just instantly go into this with a Diameter, have a negate, and get rid of 2 cards. It's pretty good. Also, we play 2 Super Factorial, so sometimes that comes up too. Anything else?
No, like I said, my biggest thing is just like when you're going second, a lot of times you want to be able to make this on their turn to like break their board and force interrupts, and you want to be able to do it on their turn, especially against deck like Sprite that always have follow up. So
Link Ones, Link Disciple, Link Devotee, Racist Karibo. We play these for our combo. This helps play against Floodgate decks. Also, you can sometimes end on it with Wicked and IP and just have it as another monster for Appaloosa or a card to negate traps.
Being able to negate Imperm evenly, like it comes up, it can matter. Especially post-siding.
This is pretty self-explanatory for the combo if you know it. We're not going to show it, but just look it up. 1 Wicked, 1 IP. These are like almost always you go for Wicked and IP because this gives you follow-up, and then this is a form of protection with Appaloosa, which is what we would climb into most of the time. Splash Mage is a Cyber deck. This climbs into access code. Update Jammer for access code. Transcode for access code. Heat souls are like plan C.
He comes up sometimes if they just hand trap you to death. Like sometimes you just still have access to that. It's not super impressive, but it's there.
Yeah.
Get you there.
Better than
Link 4's Axis Code to Cyber Stack. We kill with this a lot. Appaloosa, this is what we use to make IP, and it just provides protection for a super factorial. Side deck, 3 DD Pro and 2 Bell. So Tier Element was our worst matchup, and these are the best hand traps against it. We didn't main deck Crow because we wanted to have stronger cards against Sprite in the main deck that could like combo well with Nibiru or Gamma. So like Gamma and Nibiru are the 2 strongest hand traps paired with another hand trap, and DD Crow wasn't that great along with those. And then 2 Bell would top off the thing. 3-dimensional barrier.
Put the trap tricks with it too.
We play trap tricks, so 5.
Essentially, the idea is we just want to draw Yugioh almost as much as we can versus tier elements. It's like the only way you can reliably really win the matchup with this deck outside of just them not opening well.
Yeah,
like
it's our worst matchup for sure.
And it's a god card versus them, so we take it.
2 pointer. We were playing 3, but we cut it down for trap tricks, so we have more barriers. It worked in our side pattern better. And a pointer is just really good going first, being able to hit cards like Mystic Mind, Kaiju's. They don't matter as much against us, but cards like that just kind of break our board evenly matched. 2 Judgment.
These are kind of like the last 2 cards in the side deck. It was mostly because like after building this deck, like our deck was really weak against like Flunder and stuff, especially when you look at what we were playing in the main deck. So we just need to have this. We need more cards essentially that can help get you there if you get shifted.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, like if you're playing versus Flunder or Sprite and they shifter you, this is like the best card to like rely on you getting another turn. So we ended up just sliding in 2 of these for those 2 matchups specifically.
And then the last card, this was a 3rd Judgment for a really long time, but it's Pankratops. We put this in last minute because I'm terrified. The only card I'm terrified of is there can only be one. And this card actually outs it. Also, it's really good into the Sprite board. Like you just summon it, beat over Toad, in the battle phase still pop, destroy Elf, and they can't do anything about it really. It was just really good going second.
Getting rid of 2 out of 3 of their interrupts with 1 card.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically like, again, a backup plan for when your hand traps don't work. Or if you force them to end on a weak board, like if they just end on like Elf plus Red, it just...
In Sprite with Pank as well, we would end up siding out 1 Desires for Pankratops with our side pattern, just because we needed cards that would interact with our board, and Desires is just going to eat a negate, when we just can eat 2 or 3 maybe.
Anything you guys would change, or?
I don't know. I thought it was really good for the event and everything. Like again, like some of the it's Yu-Gi-Oh right now. There's some matches that you're just never going to be able to win and stuff. So you just kind of have to maximize your percentages against everything.
Yeah, like we might maybe change some stuff, but overall, like the main's pretty solid. You could change any of the non-engine for whatever you prefer. Parallel Exceed's bad. Don't play it. But that's about it. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the deck profiling. Once again, congratulations.
Thanks, bro.